Thank you.
I begin in the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. On the behalf of Islamic Masumeem Center of New England and Sunday School, I welcome all of you to our annual Interfaith event to commemorate the struggle of Martin Luther King and also commemorate the Abrahamic faiths that carried the same mission for which the God sent prophets to establish a system of justice and equality for our society. The first half of this event comprised of the speeches. I will introduce our honorable speakers real quick. So we have, of course, our clergy, Maulana Abdi. Then we have the Hopkinton Town Clerk, Connor Deegan. We have Pastor Laurie, and she is from the Church of the United Parish of Upton. And then next to her, we have Meena Bharat. She is recently appointed by the President of the State Senate, and she is the Commission of the Asian American Community of Massachusetts. And then next to her, we have Irfan Nasrullah. He is the first Muslim elected town official of Hopkinton, and he's also an attorney. So let's give a quick hand for everyone who is here today. I will invite Izan. We would like to start our program with some verses of the Quran recitation. Please welcome Izan.
My dear friends, teachers, and honorable guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to recite for you the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Hadid. It's the 57th Surah of the Quran and has 29 ayat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير له ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وهو عليم بذات الصدور آمنوا بالله ورسوله وأنفقوا مما جعلكم مستخلفين فيه فالذين آمنوا منكم وأنفقوا لهم أجر كبير وما لكم لا تؤمنون بالله والرسول يدعوكم لتؤمنوا بربكم وقد أخذ ميثاقكم إن كنتم مؤمنين هو الذي ينزل على عبده آيات بينات ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وإن الله بكم لرءوف رحيم وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض لا يستوي منكم من أنفق من قبل الفتح وقاتل أولئك أعظم درجة من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وكلا وعد الله الحسنى والله بما تعملون خبير من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له وله أجر كريم صدق الله العلي العظيم. I seek refuge to Allah from Satan's regime. I submit to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Whatever is in the skies on the earth, let it declare the praises and glory of Allah, for He is the exalted in might, the wise. To Him belongs the dominion of the skies and the earth. It is He who gives life and death, and He has power over all things. He is the first and last, the evident and the imminent, and He has full knowledge of all things. He is who created the skies and the earth in 6 days, and is moreover firmly established on the authority. He knows what enters within the earth and what comes forth out it, what comes down from the skies and what mounts up to it. And He is with you wheresoever you may be. And Allah sees you with all that you do. To Him belongs the dominion of the skies and the earth, and all affairs are referred back to Allah. He merges night into day, and He merges day into night. He has full knowledge of all of the secrets of the hearts. Believe in Allah and His Messenger, and spend charity whereof He has made you heirs. For those of you who believe and spend in charity, for them is a great reward. What cause have you? Why should not you believe in Allah? And the Messenger invites you to believe in your Lord, and has indeed taken your convenient if you are men of faith. He is the one who sends to His servant manifest signs, that He may lead you from the depths of darkness into the light, and verily Allah is to you most kind and merciful. And what cause have you? Why should you not spend in charity? For to Allah belongs the heritage of the heaven and the earth. Not equal among you are those who spend charity and struggle before the victory with those who did so later. Those are higher in ranks than those who spend and struggle afterwards. The victory has been achieved. But to all has Allah promised a reward, and Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. Who is he that will loan to Allah a beautiful loan? For Allah will increase it manifold to His credit, and He will have besides a generous reward. Believe in Allah, the Most High, the Almighty. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah.
Thank you, Izan, for the beautiful recitation. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation. They will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. So every year we organize this interfaith event, and this is our 3rd annual interfaith event for all of you not only all of you, but especially for our children to recognize how the people of our time stood up for justice, equality, and also for the oppressed. Without further ado, I would like to invite our clergy, Maulana Agha Mehdi, to just say a few words and welcome all of you and our guests.
I begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent and most merciful. I welcome all of you, especially our community members in and around Hopkinton who have taken time to come today for this event, and also the town officials, and Irfan Nasrullah, Sister Meena, and Sister Pastor Laurie, and Connor Deegan, and all of you here. It's a great opportunity for all of us to reflect and continue the journey of establishing social justice in our societies, and to remember and honor those who have sacrificed their lives doing it, like late Martin Luther King, and use it as an inspiration for our children. And therefore, that's how we sort of collaborate with our Sunday school. We want our children to recognize and know who could have that impeccable character that was reflected in our prophets, can also be seen in common people like us who lived and walked on this earth just like us, and they were able to overcome the challenges and the hardships for the sake of good and for the sake of truth. And so that they could aspire to hold on to the truth that is the most lofty station, and that is what is expected from us, without expecting the outcome or the results. We are not looking for the outcome and the results. We are only looking for a journey and looking for the path that will lead us, and we rely on God for the outcome and results of our goodness that we strive for. So this is that opportunity, my dear brothers and sisters, in Islam, and my dear brothers and sisters in humanity, as Imam Ali, the son-in-law of the Holy Prophet and the first Imam, says that human beings are either your brothers in your faith or brothers and sisters in your humanity. And we all, being brothers and sisters in humanity, we strive for the universal values that humanity aspires for. And one of them is social justice. And especially living in a world which gives great opportunity to a lot of us, especially those of us who have migrated from overseas thousands of miles, to have an opportunity for ourselves and for our future generations in this nation. We continue the journey of upholding the moral upright character that the prophets have brought, so that we can be on that journey that would lead us towards God. Ultimately, we will meet our Lord, and we would like to ensure that we meet Him in a state where we have not been tyrannical or unjust to others, and we were the instruments of ushering an era and a time of coexistence, peace, justice, and fairness for all. So with this, I would like to conclude, and I would like to invite all of you to reflect. We all, as the citizens of this nation, have a great duty, especially in the time and age. I do not have to tell you how stereotyping is being done in our nation, and isolation that's being done, and now the rhetoric is getting wider and wider. So we need to all come out together as the citizens of this country and ensure that we live up to those high moral values that all the prophetic religions have passed that message. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much.
Our next segment is our two songs from level 1 of our Sunday school and level 2. So first level 1 will present their song and then level 2. Let's welcome these little cuties.
There was a man who had a dream. His name was Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. His name was Martin Luther King. Dr. King, he had a dream. His name was Martin Luther King. P-E-A-C-E, 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 a peace and harmony. There was a man who had a dream. His name was Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. His name was Martin Luther King. His name was Martin Luther King.
Our next song will be by the kids from level 2. Let's welcome them. Level 2. I would now like to invite Connor Deegan, who is the Hopkinton Town Clerk.
thank you to everyone here for having me again this year. It's wonderful to have this event to count on because it's always so much fun coming and getting a chance to talk with everyone here, and it's also just really great to hear what's going on in the rest of the community as well. So a few people might know from previous years, I usually keep things pretty short and sweet so that you can get on to the more interesting speakers that we have lined up. But I just wanted to really kind of touch base on how glad I am that we're all coming together to celebrate something of pushing for social justice, pushing for community, and pushing for making a better future for the wonderful kids who just came up here and sang, and everyone else who's going to be inheriting our society going forward. As we look and see that there is divisiveness at the higher levels of government or even just society, we then see that in our communities, in our towns, even just our faith communities, we come together and we still help each other. And we still work together, and we will continue to do that because our communities are made up of good people, let's be honest. So I really think that we all deserve just a thanks for that. But I'd like to point out a quote that I love, and I took from Coretta Scott King, the wife of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." And I think that everyone here has been extremely kind, welcoming, compassionate, and I think that we can continue to do so to make our community better. Whether it be in the town of Hopkinton, or whether it be in our own faith communities, our individual communities, anything we identify with, let's continue to go forward and educate people on how we can be better to one another. Thank you so much again for having me, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'll let the folks get on to the next speaker at the moment, but thank you so much.
Alright, can I have all of my level 5 kids with their pop-ups stand up, please? Okay, yep, come right to the middle. If you have a level 5 pop-up, come right to the middle. We're going to go right in a line. You guys can announce whatever you have on your page, okay? Alright, we're going to start from my side over here.
I love Martin Luther King because he always followed his dreams. I love Martin Luther King because he gave independence to the blacks. I love Martin Luther King because he stopped segregation and inequality. I love Martin Luther King because he fought for civil rights and justice. I love Martin Luther King because he is kind and he had a dream. I love Martin Luther King because he stood up for what he believed in.